Hello and welcome to the City Council update for April. I'm Wally Weisopel, City Manager. The City Council met on the 10th and the 24th, and at our conference meetings they had conversation with regard to the Moore Lake Park building, and where they received updates from our city engineer on the building and development of that park. And then they also met jointly with the city's Housing Redevelopment Authority. And the purpose for that was that Paul Boland, the Executive Assistant Director for the HRA, was able to update the City Council and the HRA members with regard to the 20-plus redevelopment areas identified in our comprehensive plan. And this type of update allows the City Council as policymakers for the city and the HRA as in terms of setting the redevelopment plans for the city to make sure they're working on the same page. At the regular council meetings, the City Council accepted an award for Tree City USA and a proclamation for Arbor Day. And then the City Council also received an award as part of the Most Improved Identified City through the Coon Creek Watershed District with regard to our Adopt a Drain Challenge. So that means that we had more residents adopt a drain in the Coon Creek Watershed District than other cities did for this past year. Getting down to business, the City Council adopted an ordinance creating Title Number 3. This is the health and safety section of our municipal code, and the City Council will put that into effect. The City Council then also directed the Charter Commission to take on a look at Chapter Number 4 of the City Charter. So the City Charter Commission is an independent body, but the City Council can provide some direction to them and ask them to look at chapters of the Charter, and they did so, and asking them to look at Chapter 4, which has to do with nominations and elections. The City Council didn't have any specific updates for them to make, but asked them to make sure they took a look at structure and any changes that might take place as a result of the recent legislative session. The City Council approved a cost share agreement with the Coon Creek Watershed District. This is for the Apex Pond. Apex Pond is located on a private property, but it allows the city to have storm drainage and capacity. So that work will be taking place this summer. The City Council approved business licenses for 23 and 2024, and our business licenses for liquor stores or restaurants and bars run on a calendar year, not a calendar year, but actually they begin on June 1st, so those changes had to take place. The City Council then approved a first reading of a housing improvement area, and this is for the North Innsbrook Townhome Association. So a housing association allows this group to make improvements to their streets, their sewers, that they could not afford to do on their own. And the city takes no obligation to the costs or the improvements that are being made, but they do allow now the Townhome Association to impose a tax on those property owners, an assessment, so that they can repay the millions of dollars in costs that are going to be necessary to improve those roads and sewers. That was the first hearing. A second hearing will be set for May, and there's no impact to any other property owners outside of the Townhome Association itself. The City Council also approved the purchase of an aerial truck. This is a replacement to the existing aerial truck, and it'll take several years for it to be constructed, and the City Council was very excited to be able to see that replacement take place, and our Fire Chief Madison Zickman made that presentation. And then finally, the City Council approved the bids for the reconstruction of Moore Lake Park. This will include the building and the surrounding trails and playgrounds equipment and that types of things. So work will begin shortly here this spring and be completed later on this summer. That's the update for April. I'm Wally Weisopel. Thanks for tuning in.